Russia's economy has been in a downward spiral for years, and the war with Ukraine isn't helping. The country has been dependent on natural gas exports for much of its revenue, and as other countries have tried to cut back on their use of fossil fuels, Russia's profits have dropped significantly. The country has also had trouble attracting foreign investment, both because of its location and because of its political climate. And it doesn't have much in the way of domestic industries or infrastructure that can help prop up its economy. Hey there! Welcome to another episode of Financial Ventures. In this video, we will look at the current situation of Russia as it continues to wage war against Ukraine. Also, if you watch this video until the very end, not only will we tell you the full details of Russia's situation, but we will also let you know the 3 reasons why the country is going for a straight doom. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you're always updated. Without further ado, here are the 3 main reasons why Russia is struggling. Number 1. Falling oil and gas prices. The gas and oil prices are decreasing, and Russia is losing market share in the European energy market, seriously jeopardizing the Russian economy. The inability to quickly solve these issues contributes to the precarious nature of the situation. Russia's political crisis could become more unstable as a direct result of its economic woes if they are allowed to continue. Now, what's the current situation? When Putin began his invasion, Brent crude, which is used as the standard for measuring oil prices around the world, was trading at approximately $100 per barrel. In the following months, prices increased even higher, reaching a relatively constant high of approximately $123 by the middle of June. Part of this increase is given to the geopolitical uncertainty created due to the war. The fact that Russia is only the second larger exporter of oil in the world behind Saudi Arabia meant that this was a very excellent news for the country. According to the Center for Research on Energy and Clean Air, Russia's hydrocarbon export income was around 20% greater than average. Because of this significant income, the Kremlin was able to maintain a substantial budget surplus. To put this into perspective, Russia's budget surplus in January amounted to slightly more than 250 billion rubles. But you can never really predict time. What happened next is mind-blowing. Prices for both oil and gas have begun a downward trend during the previous month or two. And as you may have anticipated, Russia's budget surplus has already evaporated like a puff of smoke, primarily due to decreased demand from China and a global recession. It is also important to note that Russia is shipping out a lower volume of gas than in the past. The amount of gas Russia ships to Europe each month has dropped by around 80%. Now, lower oil and gas prices and reduced export volume obviously mean lower revenues, which is why Russia's budget surplus has swiftly dried up. Number 2. Sanction-induced shortages. Since the beginning of the conflict, Ukrainian soldiers have reported discovering Russian weapons constructed with semiconductors and other components that appeared to have been recycled from everyday household devices. How do I know? This is because respected Chinese corporations avoid doing business with Russian enterprises out of fear of suffering damage to their reputations or being subjected to secondary penalties, which has left Russia dependent on less reliable Chinese companies. Is Russia losing the war? No one knows for sure, but we can only predict. After more than 8 months of high-intensity fighting, Russia has suffered significant losses in terms of equipment. Moscow has reduced the number of vital military systems, such as high-precision missiles. Number 3. Human capital flight. Human capital is one of the most critical assets in a country. It is what makes a nation great. The people are the backbone of any country. Without them, there would be no progress. For a country to prosper, it must invest in its people by providing them with education, healthcare, and other social services. If a country can provide for its citizens, it will have an educated workforce that can compete on international level. Here's the sad thing. Those who are fleeing, in a sense, are wealthier and better educated than the typical Russian. The loss of tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of educated young men will undoubtedly and negatively impact Russia's human capital. The impact of human capital flight is that it's a major contributor to the brain drain. When people leave the country, they take their skills and knowledge. This leaves fewer skilled workers in the country, which can lead to a decline in economic growth. It also means fewer opportunities for young people who want to develop their careers in their home countries, which can lead them to pursue opportunities elsewhere. This is terrible news for any country that suffers from human capital flight, because it means they're losing some of their most valuable resources, educated people who could contribute significantly to the economy and culture of their home nation. It also means that other countries will benefit from these valuable resources as well, meaning they'll have access to more talent than they would have otherwise. The bottom line is this: the economy and quality of life in Russia are on the decline. Russia has faced many difficulties since the war began. Many citizens have started leaving, and the standard of living is decreasing. The price of oil and gas are low, causing severe financial trouble for the nation. Because of these setbacks, Russia will struggle for some time until the government can fix their economy and quality of life. What do you think about this? Will Russia be able to pick itself up? Tell us all about it in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for sticking until the end. See you in the next video, and always keep in mind that in your life's adventures, it's better with financial ventures.